All right, guys. So let's talk about this for one quick second. So they have recast Teela from Master of the Universe Revelations. Trouble in He-Man Land, Trouble in Eternia, and Master of the Universe Revelations. So automatically, I will say this: the next season is this last season. There's always a lot of stuff going on now. We can speculate what's going to go down, why she left, why Sarah Michelle Gellar left, or Buffy. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not because she's busy doing the wolf pack. I mean, you could go to any motherfucking studio. Her husband has a fucking studio at his house because he used to voice Star Wars Rebels. Don't hear that bullshit. Okay? I can tell you what happened. The fan base with all the hate and all that got to her. So she decided not to come back. And probably after the fan reaction to how Teela was the quote unquote the hero of the show and not focusing on human, she decides to leave. She knows what's going on with that script. And she probably read it because, of course, Kevin Smith had to backtrack like, oh, well, hold on, wait a minute, before he starts crying like a baby back biatch. And hold on a minute. So he probably rewrote the scripts because he already had season 2 planned out automatically. But the reception of 1 was not good. Was not good at all. And they probably pushed Teela back since she is the sorcerer now. They probably said, well, look, she can't really leave as much anymore. And we did play with the fact that she was bi. We did play with this. Let's move her back here. Let's still have her and Adam together. But let's just put them in the back. Put her in the back and have Adam take the lead next season. That's what we're going to see. The He-Man we should have got for this coming up season should have been a season 1. They did a backtrack. Kevin Smith read the fans, and probably like, oh, we make our money, Netflix don't care. Yeah. When part 2 motherfucker came out, he had nothing to fucking say. You know why he had nothing to say? Because part 2 didn't even rank the top 10 motherfuckers. Not even the top 10 in the world. Part 1 did. Because curiosity killed the cat. But part 2, we already saw it. We didn't want to see it no more. And that's where we are. Now, am I happy they recast her? I don't really care for Teela in this show anyway. I like the CGI version way more because it actually felt like a show that paid homage to the original. It actually feels like the show was telling a coherent story with the characters, and it wasn't all about Teela. It was about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, but also in a way where it was different, where a majority of them got their own power in their own way, which was good by me. This one was not. It was all about Teela because apparently Adam died, and it was all about trying to find Adam, and it was a whole mess of things, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. This season, I don't think it's about that. It's actually going to be He-Man taking on Skeletor and Hodak more so this season, and that's fine. Which I'd rather them focus on the CGI version a lot more because I like how that was going compared to this one, but beggars can't be choosers. No disrespect to Sarah, but she was not Teela. I've heard Melissa, who plays Supergirl, she was okay as Supergirl voicing. I'm trying to hear her voice as Teela. It could work. But again, she may not have that many lines, so we probably won't hear her as much in this show compared to season 1 version. Season 1 with Teela, voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Because Sarah Michelle Gellar and the voice of Adam, Chris Woods, didn't really have good chemistry. But again, in voice acting, it's kind of hard to do that. But really, it's not because you have great voice actors who can do it. It just proves how talented actors they are. It is what it is. I'm happy that this is 2 good things. This is 2 things. This is A, they're listening to the fans. B, it shows that Sarah Michelle Gellar is not happy with the direction they're going with the show. Because this is a knee-jerk reaction to probably what happened with season 1. They probably said we can't do what we did season 1. And plus, if you notice, when Kevin Smith did part 1, he was all happy-go-lucky. When part 2 came out, he shut the fuck up. The man wasn't like on there trashing nobody as what he did the first, because he already knew they fucked up. They really fucked up. Is he still on social media promoting his stuff? Absolutely. But when it came to Master of the Universe, he shut the fuck up. I believe, I kid you not, once this is over, he will do a Fat Man podcast, whatever he wants to do, and he'll go into it and say, yeah, it was a horrible, it turned out pretty well, part 1, but part 2, man, yeah, they did not show up. The fans let us know, and they didn't show, and maybe we should have listened. You know, the fans do have the power, you know. And you gonna hear some bullshit like that. I promise you. Guarantee you. Won't take no accountability that we fucked up. But it's like, well, they must not have liked the season 2 because we had a good story. I don't know. Like, won't take no goddamn accountability. But I promise you this, though. I promise you, motherfucker, this, though. If they actually make season 2 what season 1's supposed to be, they will get a good reception. Because this right here is a telling tale. Well, it's a sign. It's not telling tale, but a sign that we are getting a better Masters of the Universe. It's the second time around. Just because they recast her already, it already shows that they're doing better. They're probably saying, oh, they could have paid her. Nope, that's not it. Oh, well, because she's doing Wolfpack too. Nope, that ain't it. Well, Johnson, how you know? You have to look at the signs because they already got their budget for the show. Regardless of if they're paying her or not, she probably didn't ask for God. It's Sarah Michelle Gellar, for God's sakes. What the hell has she done in the last several years other than Buffy? They're paying her, but not paying her like a goddamn that amount of money. I promise you. Like I said, what I think happened, and this is me speculating, because that's all I can do until I get some more information down the road, is that Teela has less of a role this season 1, less speaking this season 1, because Sarah Michelle Gellar, she knows the script. She was probably given the script months ago or a month ago, and now this is coming out. It probably is like, yeah, we're recasting, and she probably just said, this ain't worth my time. I had things to do with Wolfpack. That's it. Now she'll tell Kevin Smith that it's just Wolfpack and that's taking my time. Yeah, but we all know the reason you don't want to come back to deal with the fan base. And the fan base was very harsh to her. It was awful, ugly to her. They were ugly. Did she deserve it? Some of the stuff she said, absolutely. Did she deserve the other thing, like she should die, her family? No. Her kid, none of that. She should not have gotten that level. But, you know, it's like, yeah. You know, some of the times I agree with the fans, but that I don't agree with. But other times when you antagonize the fan base, some of that stuff you deserve. The killing of your life and all that, the death, not that much. But go fuck yourself type of comments, you deserve that. Bite me type of comments, you deserve that. Those two. But the whole killing, I don't condone that shit. Do not condone that. But the fan base was harsh. And casting her, Melissa, is a sign of she got tired of it, and they're changing directions of what they were doing for season 1. And they absolutely can, because now she's a sorceress. She don't have to leave that motherfucking castle now. You're like, nah, I'll stay in the castle. Go ahead, He-Man, you got it. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Promise you. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video.